The Evergreen Media Network Studio, powered by Scott Tree Services.
From Studio A in sunny Florida, welcome to Beauty and the Beach Radio, where it's all about who's beautifying Vero Beach. Today's show is brought to you by Dale Sorensen Real Estate. And here's your host and glamour girl, makeup artist, Cindy Goetz.
Hey guys, welcome back to Beauty and the Beach Radio. We hope you've had a great week. Guys, we're talking about a subject that I absolutely, truly love. We are talking about the Olympics. Yes, you guys, it's happening. Can you believe it? Last time it was in Tokyo. This time it is in Paris. And as Cindy reminded me, I was like, gosh, it seems so quick. Well, technically, it should have been in 2020, the last Olympics in Tokyo. But because of the pandemic, it was delayed. So it was 21-22. So that's why it seems so fast, Cindy, right?
I think I'm telling you the right thing.
No, it is. Yes, you're absolutely right. So anyway, Cindy, we're going to talk about the Olympics. And I thought, let's go. I love history. So let's really go back to the beginning of the Olympics before we actually talk about Paris. And you guys, for some reason, if you've been living under a rock, it's happening right now. You're looking at the Paris Summer Olympics. It is July 26th through August 11. We're talking the 33rd Summer Olympic Games. Oh. So how did it all get started? So by the way, as I said, although last one was an exception because of the pandemic, but it happens every 4 years.
Yep. Well, yep.
For the most part.
No, it does.
Unless there's a pandemic.
Given if there's a pandemic. No, you know what I was thinking? It always was the 4 years. I'm dating myself now. And then in the summer, it would be the Summer Olympics. And then that same year, it would be with the Winter Olympics. But now it's 2 years every other one. That's why I did that.
Right. Yeah. Okay, so I get you on that.
Yeah.
So we're going to take our listeners back, Cindy. And I know you're a history,
Try.
You love history as well, so maybe you can help me out with some of this. Okay. The first Olympic Games took place in 776 BC. Okay. So the original Olympics began as part of an ancient Greek festival which celebrated Zeus, who is...
I know.
Zeus is the Greek god. You know that.
I know Zeus, but I don't know what his title is.
Yeah. The Greek god of sky and weather. Oh. Okay. So it all began as part of an ancient Greek festival that celebrated Zeus, the Greek god of sky and weather. The competition lasted up to 6 months. How about that? 6 months, including games like wrestling, boxing, javelin, and chariot racing. You said you love some of the crazier ones, so I don't know. I could picture you doing chariot racing. So anyway,
yeah.
So started in 776 BC. So in 393 AD, the Olympic Games were canceled, Cindy.
Oh my God!
And didn't start up again for another 1,500 years. Did you know this?
No. Who kept track of that?
I know, right? So Emperor Theodosius the first, a Roman ruler, banned, the Greek Olympics due to the religious element of the celebration, or I should say lack of. He considered the Olympics to be a pagan festival, which had no place in his Christian country. So that was the end of the Olympics until 1896. I mean, that's fairly recent, right?
But I'm thinking, how many years from that? I can't keep up with the BC and AD and all that.
I know.
I mean, there's like thousands of years.
I know, exactly.
I can't get, wow.
I know.
Wow.
So that was the end of the Olympics until 1896 when a man named Baron Pierre de Coubertin started a revival of the games. He called this new event the Modern Olympics, which exists to this day. So you'll see a lot of reference to modern Olympics. Well, there you go. That was the re-kick of it in 1896.
So it's 100, and I'm trying to do my 30 years ago. Is that what you said originally? You said it was the 33rd Olympics.
33rd Olympics. Summer Olympics.
Okay, because the winter ones are new.
Yeah. Yes.
Do we know how new?
No. You're going off script. I have no idea.
Should I dial somebody?
Yeah,
Should
dial somebody while we keep going. Okay. So okay, the Olympic torch. I freaking love this whole tradition.
I do too.
So let's talk about the torch. So the Olympic torch is a reminder of the game's Greek origins. Okay.
Yep.
So in ancient times, a flame burned throughout the games as a tribute to the goddess Hestia. Okay. Now, since 1928, this tradition has continued in the modern games, but instead of an altar, the flame burns in a special torch, which is what we're familiar with.
Right.
So the torch flame is always lit, I didn't know this, by the sun in Olympia. Okay. So the torch flame is always lit by the sun in Olympia.
So the actual sun, not S-U-N, not
S-U-N,
S-O-N.
I was just going to spell it for you.
How did we find out who this relative was? How do we know?
Yeah, no, good old-fashioned nature. They're using the sun in the sky to actually light up the flame, okay? So the torch flame is always lit by the sun in Olympia, Greece, as this is where the first Greek games were held. So then it passed from torch to torch and a massive international relay that ends in the host city.
Correct. That I did know.
Yes.
That part I know.
So new torches are designed for the Olympics and several thousand copies are made. It's an honor to be a torch bearer of the Olympics. And I believe one of my friends was a torch bearer, and I almost called her up, but it was so short notice. I didn't want to do it to her. Do you know any torch bearers of the Olympics?
Well, I knew and went there and saw it. That sounds silly, but when it was in Atlanta and they brought the torch through here downtown Vero Beach. So I went down and watched them. I probably did know some people, but could I remember that? No.
Yes, I'm pretty sure one of my friends was, and it's a big deal.
It's totally a big deal. It was a big deal to get involved, and
So I love that tradition. Yep. I love that tradition. I love the relay. I love that it ends up in the host city. Yep. I just think that's just so special.
And the cauldron is always special, too, that they light it.
Yeah, do that again.
I can.
Yeah, no, it's just.
So, do we know what the cauldron is, or do we need to call somebody?
No, we need to call. You need to make a list of who we're calling.
Okay. So that's okay. But I mean, it's always a unique kind of a vessel thing, whatever.
Yeah,
how they do that.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
So let's talk about the actual symbol, which is the rings, because it's very significant. So the Olympic symbol was designed to include everyone, which, by the way, this is one big reason why I love watching the Olympics, because so many of us can be at odds, and then you see all the countries together, you know, at the ceremonies, and it really is special. Like we come together for that, and I just think, oh my gosh, there's still humanity. But so the Olympic symbol was designed to include everyone. The Olympic rings were first produced in 1913. Again, fairly recently, right?
Yeah, 100 and something years ago.
Considering we started in
27 BC or something.
That's right. 776 BC.
Okay, let me write that down.
Right.
770. So not 1770s.
No, 776. Okay, so the Olympic rings were first produced in 1913 from a design created by the game's modern founder, Baron Pierre de Coubertin, The Olympic flag has 5 rings on a white background. Okay, the rings symbolize the unity and solidarity of the 5 continents: Africa, America, North and South, Asia, Oceania, and Europe. Okay. The intertwined rings represent international cooperation and the coming together of athletes from all over the world.
The whole premise is remarkable.
And why do we wait every 4 years or every,
Well, it's intense, and it's the buildup of it. It's the money, certainly, too, now, that kind of thing. But it's the not the camaraderie. You got to have different ways to get to that Olympic whole thing. And,
Sure. I mean, I get it, but the idea that, you know, we can come together,
right?
You know, put our differences aside, Right?
Should be the basis of it. It's some of this other stuff is just nuts. So a fun fact, and I'm going to throw it out. My grandfather tried out for the 1932 Lake Placid Olympics in upstate New York as a speed skater.
What?
But he came as the 4th position, so he didn't make the team.
Oh my goodness.
But that's okay. I mean, he tried out and, whatever. That's part of it. It's part of it.
That's a big deal.
It is a big deal.
I mean, and he was one position away from going.
from making the team. Yeah. He was he was a phenomenal speed skater and hockey player and all that.
Did you get any of the skating skills?
Yeah, I did.
We should do a show or
no. I don't think I could skate
I
any
can follow you on GoPro.
No.
I have only broken one limb in my life, and that was skating at a roller skating rink, and I fell and I went right down on the wrist and went, yeah.
I know ice skating I loved. I loved it. I'm too tall for it. I became too tall.
Yeah, I can see that.
But I loved it. I was a good skater.
That's so cool.
Yeah, it was cool. And he taught us a lot of that. We used to skate on Miller's Pond, Smithtown, New York. Just throwing that out.
Oh, my goodness. Yeah. Oh, what a fun fact.
Yeah.
So speaking of fun facts, Cindy, so did you know, you probably knew this, that the original Olympic medals were actually solid gold?
Yes. They were the medal that
How about that?
Medal, yeah.
Right? So this was up until 1912. Okay.
Why, that I didn't know.
Yeah. So the first place of Olympic medals were made of solid gold. Hopefully they held on. Any relatives, they've got it, held on to it. Instead of being created from solid gold, the heavy first place medals are now covered in 6 grams of gold.
Well, that works. I'll take one of those.
6 grams, though?
Well, the other ones had to have been really heavy.
I mean, they must be just dusted. Anyway.
They use spray paint gold.
So listen, you probably know this. Do you know what they used back in the ancient days of Greece for the games instead of obviously medals now? Do you know what they did for honoring your position?
You know what? It's going to be something funky because some of the things that they used back then that were considered the high whatever bones. I don't know.
No, it's actually... Okay, so if I'm going to put my hands up on my head like this. So it's a wreath.
Oh, I can't think of it.
Olive wreaths.
Yeah. Well, that's the olive branch. Don't they still do that in some of it? When it went back to Greece or whatever, they used the olive thing for the headpiece.
Okay.
I want to say they did in whatever it was, 1960
So a tribute.
Right, correct.
Yeah. So back then, obviously, instead of having medals like we do today, gold, silver, bronze, they did olive wreaths. So, and I love olives, so you know it's twofer. You get to look good and snack at the same time.
Well, okay. I think that they also, correct me if I'm wrong, I'll have to make another phone. Well, this is going to be a long phone call. That they do, each host Olympic place comes up with their nod to that. Like they do the cauldron, like they do other stuff. So I remember one where it was a circle. It was beautiful. I want to date myself. Lillehammer or one of those where it was a really beautiful wreath of nice flowers and stuff, holly berries and stuff like that.
Oh, wow.
I think I'm telling you the right thing.
Oh.
If not, it sounds good anyway.
Right? All right. So which sports have been dropped?
Oh, yeah.
So, okay. So having made, do you want to guess?
No.
Okay. Call a friend? No. Okay. So having made its Olympic debut in Tokyo, which was the last Olympics, 2020, 21, 22, depending on when it got started.
Right.
Karate was not included, in the 2024 games. So it made its debut in Tokyo, but fast forward to Paris, it didn't make it.
So it was just in one Olympics?
Yeah. Yep.
Huh.
Baseball, softball has also been dropped for Paris, but will return in Las Vegas in 2028.
So the next Olympics are in Vegas?
Excuse me, I said Los Angeles. Sorry.
So they're going back to Los Angeles.
Los Angeles, 2028.
Oh, that would be interesting.
So karate got kicked. And baseball, softball will get a resurgence in Los Angeles in 2028.
Well, you know what, in all honesty, how many countries play baseball and softball? I mean, it's Japan and U.S. Cricket is in England. I mean, you know, I can see them dropping it. Yeah. It's not that many Willie Mays out there.
All right. So, okay. So listen to this. The U.S. is the only country in the world that has hosted the Summer Olympics 4 times. Okay. So in 2028, the United States will host the games for the 5th time, including the 3rd time in Los Angeles.
Yeah.
St. Louis in 1904, Atlanta in 1996 are the other American cities that have hosted the summer games.
The summer ones, but Salt Lake City did the winter ones. Lake Placid's done a couple of winter ones. There's some other ones, yeah.
Right.
I didn't realize St. Louis did the Olympics.
Right? 1904.
Well, I wasn't around then. Not quite then. Close.
Good to know, Cindy.
Yeah, close.
Yeah, so super fun facts.
Yeah.
I'm so excited. So, you know, you and I both are, you know, sharing our love for the Olympics. What do you like to watch? What's kind of your thing? What do you love to watch when it comes to the Olympics?
Oh, the Summer Olympics?
Yeah.
I love the gymnastics.
Really?
Yeah, I like the gymnastics,
Okay.
but I also like to see some of the different stuff.
Yeah.
Like I want to see the fencing. I want to see the surfing that just started. You know, we'll talk about that.
Yep.
What else? I like any of the horse equestrian stuff.
Okay. So
Different stuff.
I love to watch swimming, and I didn't realize that we're both swimmers. And I love watching the swimming. I don't know why. It just is so fun for me.
Yeah.
And I love volleyball.
Well, I do too.
Yeah. Like, oh my goodness. I don't know what it is, but I really, really enjoy volleyball.
And sometimes I think personally, I don't want to say boring isn't the right word because there's so much training, but some of the stuff on the running is amazing that people can go that fast, that far, that fast, or whatever kind of thing. Yeah.
Right.
I mean, come on.
Yeah.
And the hurdles, I'm like, I'd make one hurdle and they'd have the EMTs there. But some of those are cool. I remember Bolt and some of the other ones from a few Olympics ago.
Oh, well, there you go.
Yeah.
That's so cool. That's so cool.
Yeah.
Well, you guys, we have to go to a station break. We're talking about the Summer Olympics coming up. We're getting you prepared with all your Q&A on Olympic history. So stay with us. We'll be right back.
It's time to call Easy Brew Coffee and Bottled Water Service and learn just how much you can save and how convenient it is to have your coffee and bottled water delivered right to your home or office. In addition to water coolers, Easy Brew offers individual bottles of water in 8 or 16-ounce bottles. No more lugging it home or dragging it into the office. Serving the Treasure Coast for over 2 decades, 2 letters, 1 simple name. Easy for Easy Brew. Visit e-zbrew.com or call 800-792-3285. Easy Brew.
Summer's here, and it's a great time to create your outdoor room at Sunshine Furniture. Right now, during our summer clearance sale, you can save 10 to 50% on furniture from Berlin Garden, Lloyd Flanders, Woodard, Windward, Beechcraft, and more. We're the outdoor furniture experts and have any style of furniture that you need, all built to withstand the Florida elements, and we specialize in replacement cushions, umbrellas, outdoor rugs, and fire pits. Come in now for our summer sale, including 50% off all pictures, lamps, and accessories. Sunshine Furniture, 1295 US 1 in the Publix Plaza, Vero Beach. Family owned since 1991. Visit our website at sunshinefurniturecasual.com and don't forget to shop our outlet store right across the street.
Sunshine Furniture brightens up your day. Sunshine Furniture, the best in every way. Have a sunshine day.
If you operate a small business, you need services like payroll, tax compliance, HR tools, and other resources. You need Complete Employee Solutions. Vero Beach has a team of professionals, including Anthony Sammons, Matt McCain, and Jennifer Comer, who saw the need for competent payroll, HR, and employee leasing services. Call Complete Employee Solutions at 772-978-7277 or visit their website at CompleteEmployeeSolutions.com.
Cindy Goetz, she totally gets it. Oh my gosh, did you see my prom makeup? She so gets it.
Dude, did you see her before and after makeup on Instagram? That makeup girl gets it.
My wedding makeup was so amazing, and my makeup artist, she totally gets it.
My senior photo makeup rocked. She gets it.
You should see her new Facebook profile. Her makeup artist really gets her.
My eye makeup is so on fleek. Thanks, Cindy Goetz.
Cindy Goetz makeup artist, 772-633-4030.
She gets it!
Hey guys, welcome back to Beauty and the Beach Radio. I'm Cindy Goetz, your host, where it's all about who's beautifying Vero Beach. We are talking about the Olympics today. That is beautifying our world. I love seeing all the athletes really show their talent. You guys, we want to thank Dale Sorensen Real Estate for always making sure that we're on air. So whether you're buying or selling a home, please look them up. You can find them at 772-231-4712. They've been family owned since 1978. You can also find them at SorensenRealEstate.com. So Dale Sorensen Real Estate, thank you so much. We also want to thank Varietals. They always make sure we have beverages for our guests, and they just have a beautiful shop on Royal Palm Point. So make sure you go see Rob and Michelle. They'll take good care of you. They have amazing selection of wines and cheeses and anything you need for your charcuterie. They have chocolates, olives, just all kinds of yumminess in there. So make sure you go see them, Rob and Michelle at Varietals. So thank you so much. All right, you guys, we're going to wrap it up. We're talking about the Summer Olympics. You guys, it's happening now. Cindy, I don't know about you, but a lot like summers, I like to have any type of sports on Sunday when I'm home. And so for the Summer Olympics, I don't necessarily sit and watch an entire event, but I love to have it on just as maybe I'm doing laundry or what's your game plan when it comes to watching the Olympics? Do you carve it out in your calendar and go, okay, I'm sitting here and I'm watching, or you kind of, okay, so you're in it.
I am in it. And you know what I was going to ask you? And I don't know what my answer would this is an easy question, but I don't know what my answer would be is if you could have gone to any of the Olympics, including the Paris ones, which one would you fight tooth and nail?
Paris.
Yeah.
Paris.
Yeah.
I am so excited. And you guys, you got to tune in because the next show we're going to be talking about Paris. And Cindy, I found out some fun facts.
Did you? Okay.
Oh my gosh. So I'm really excited to explore that. But I will say, Cindy, part of the allure is I've always wanted to go to Paris and I've never been.
Yeah, I'm with you too.
So
I thought London would have been cool to go to too, and I didn't realize Paris was going to be the next one. But and that's not a nod against anyone. I mean, I would go to any of them.
Sure.
Tokyo would have been phenomenal. Rio, any of them, totally.
Yeah, I mean, I agree. I don't. Tokyo certainly went all out
They did.
when it came to just the logistics and very modern, and I even the opening of it all was phenomenal. The light show and everything. And I can't wait. We're going to talk a little bit about kind of Paris and the start of it all is going to be pretty cool. And one thing I love about what Paris is doing is really embracing what they have to offer.
Correct.
A lot of the historical sites, and they're really bringing their heritage into it.
I read the 26-mile one is going to Versailles. It's going past the Champs-Élysées. I'm saying it all. I'm sure I'm saying it all wrong, but it's going through that whole historical section of theirs from the Bastille. I'm great idea.
Yeah. Yes.
Great idea.
So 9 cities it'll go through. So it's pretty special.
Yeah, it is.
So you guys stay with us. We're going to do a part 2, and we're talking about Paris Summer Olympics. It's happening right now, July 26th to August 11. Tune in and we will fill you in more next show. Love you guys.